Hey, howdy guys, this is Dave, and I recently saw The Irishman. Like a lot of people, I've been waiting a while for this movie to come out. I'm a fan of Scorsese movies. I like those movies like Goodfellas and Casino, Taxi Driver, The Departed, Gangs of New York, Raging Bull, Mean Streets, even The Aviator. Those types of movies.
Listen to me.
Those are the types of movies that I don't want to just stream, but I want to buy and physically own. And stream anyways. So I've waited a few days after watching it just to kind of let my initial reaction settle in. I mean, the movie's 3.5 hours long, so it's a lot. A lot of comments I've been seeing are just simply hating on the movie for its runtime, which I don't think it's very fair. It's on Netflix, so you aren't obligated to watch it all in one sitting. It'd be pretty taxing if you were to sit through the whole thing in a theater without any sort of intermission of any kind. But a lot of these people are most likely spending more than 4 hours a day watching The Office, so I think it's possible to make time to see it on Netflix. Also, a lot of the hate I'm seeing stems from this whole Scorsese Marvel movies feud. Now, I don't really know all the details about this because I just simply don't care. But my timeline sure as hell tried to make me care. I couldn't scroll down for like 5 seconds without seeing this whole headlines about Scorsese talking shit about Marvel movies, and then all these rebuttals and stuff. And then over time, just the headlines became very clickbaity and just, I don't know. I got the idea, but I didn't really indulge. But people are getting so hot and bothered by these comments that he made that now they just take it upon themselves to hate anything he does for the rest of his life. The only thing I've seen similar is that whole thing between Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and Jared Leto's Joker. I haven't indulged myself in that either, but I'm getting the idea. What I think they should do is just have Jared Leto and Robert Pattinson be their own Batman and Joker, and then get Joaquin Phoenix his own Batman, and then let the best series win. But I personally just don't give a shit about any of that. It takes a lot of work to make a movie, so you've got to appreciate the effort for what it's worth. And even movies with massive budgets are still not perfect. So it's best just to be humble
And not be tremendous dicks to one another.
So I'm not concerned with a 3.5 hour runtime, and I couldn't give two shits about Scorsese's comments about the MCU. What did bother me was something that was supposed to be the coolest and most groundbreaking feature of the film: the younger CG faces. The number one issue I had with the movie was the younger CG faces. The first switch between old De Niro and young De Niro literally just took me out of the movie. It just flashes from older to young, and it does it so abruptly, and the CG is so noticeable that suddenly it was just like, am I watching Polar Express right now? And granted, that is kind of a low blow. It's a lot better than Polar Express, and it's actually not terrible, but you can just still tell it's a CG face. Mostly the eyes and the mouth, the way the mouth moves. This shock occurred to me within the first 15 minutes of the movie. And this young De Niro is who we see like the entire time. So this is where my main issue was. Like, I'm trying to immerse myself in this story, but all I can think of is De Niro's fake face. And if you pause the movie, it doesn't look bad at all. It's when it moves. I mean, Al Pacino's face doesn't look that bad in my opinion. And Joe Pesci's face for the most part was pretty good. There was some parts it was kind of distracting though, like with his lips. And I don't know, for a first reaction, some parts just looked straight up goofy to me. Another thing I noticed is I believe De Niro played himself younger and older, and I think the age range was in their 30s, I think. But like, the way his older man body and the way that CG face look, it's kind of like a rough 40s. Now, I'm not hating on older people. In fact, I hope to be one myself someday. But when you're in your mid-70s, you cannot be expected to move the same way that you did when you were in your mid-30s to 40s. And it just didn't translate well with me in the the hit scenes or the violent scenes.
My fucking hand!
And there was mostly CG blood, but there was a part where this dude gets capped in the face, and it looks like cough syrup is coming out of the back of his head. Overall, I don't think the movie was bad at all. The route they took with Jimmy Hoffa, the drama that was with the Kennedys and all that, just that timeline through history was pretty cool. And the fact that Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro were sharing the screen was pretty rad. Honestly, I'd be okay with a mafia movie of them just being old dudes driving around painting houses. It would be interesting if they had different actors playing the young them. I mean, Robert De Niro played a young Vito Corleone in The Godfather Part 2, so why couldn't some other young actor kind of make his way into this type of film? Or even if you were wanting to commit to that kind of, this person has to look like Robert De Niro exactly, there are celebrity impersonators out there. Hire one of them that already have the same features and mannerisms and everything, and the CG would have been limited, and it would have looked more real. Anyways, everyone, thank you for letting me get this off my chest. That's all I got for you right now. Until next time, have a good one.
Mm-hmm.